everybody, I am Jarrett Ross, the GeneaVlogger, and welcome back to another GeneaVlogger live stream. And we're going to be doing another live stream of geography quizzes and games, but MyHeritage results have finally started to update for a lot of people. And I think that's going to be something we're going to spend a good amount of time discussing. So for those who are on YouTube, you can probably see there's a poll I put up. Have you received your MyHeritage results? Yes, no, or just haven't tested. I also have another quiz on the Professional Genealogist Reacts community page, which you may see pop up. That it's basically the same question, just kind of is a little bit more detailed in some of the answers. But if anyone has received their results, post them about, what you're thinking and all that, and I'll keep an eye out for stuff and we can kind of discuss as we go along. And then, beyond that, I think we'll be doing a lot of the game that we did last time, which I think Maven was the one that told us about, and that was Time Guesser. So let me get that up on the screen just so. Oh, where is it? Oh, that's why I have to do that first. Okay. Whoops. I'm like, what is going on here? I forgot. I'm streaming. I have to do things slightly differently so I don't reveal too much. Okay. So, yeah. So, we're going to be doing this game. Let's get it nice and fit. But before we do that, let's do our hellos to everybody. Looks like we're starting out a little late today, but that's okay. We've got Anna Tomaso from Western New York. Wonderful to have you, Anna, as always. You're usually one of the first people in here, so you really hold that record. I always recognize you. Wonderful to have you. We also have Torsten Healing, who's also goes by another name, but I'm not going to reveal it unless he... Actually, wait, no. I think you said it on another stream. I'll let you say it if you want to. But Torsten, wonderful to have you as always. Alan from Madison, Wisconsin. Wonderful to have you, Alan. We have Rob Hui out Nederlandsvik. Wonderful, very cool, very cool. So you're in the Netherlands. Hoe gaat het? Goedenavond. Hope all is well. Good to have you, Rob. Dan Edwards, MyHeritage saying being generated for both my tests there. Interesting. Yeah, I've noticed there's been a variation of people that have had that reading. So like they don't even have their old results. Some people that just have their old results and it says being updated, and then others where they have the updated results. So very interesting. It'll be interesting to see how quick that stuff rolls out. Rob says, I only uploaded my DNA to MyHeritage, which means I don't get to see any updates. Interesting. I don't know if that's one of the things, though, that I think you can pay for if you upload, but I could be wrong about that. It's probably something I should learn about, because I imagine people may ask that, but I'm not sure. So look into that. And as usual, we have one of our wonderful admins, Blackberry Rose, coming in from California. Wonderful to have you in here. And she's been rocking it on our Discord server. And for a lot of you in there, you probably have seen her doing a whole lot of stuff. And if you aren't in the Discord server, I highly, 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 highly recommend checking it out, going and seeing, what we've got going on there, because it's a lot of people helping each other, a lot of discussion about stuff. And with the MyHeritage updates that have been coming out, a lot of people have been sharing the results and talking about it and stuff. So it's just a very fun community. We have Sharon coming in from New York. Wonderful to have you, Sharon. And I see where it says it's coming soon, but I don't have an update. Okay, yeah. So a lot of people are still waiting for results. I think it's the majority of people. Karma Gal coming in from Soggy, Nebraska. MyHeritage results say coming soon as well. Yeah. And then let's see. I haven't looked at the poll. So the poll says 50% no, 33% didn't test with MyHeritage, and only 17% have said yes. And there's only 18 people that have voted. So 17% of 18's got to be what, like 3 or 4 people, something like that. Because it's what, like about a fifth. So yeah, somewhere around there, I guess 3 point something. Torsten, I have German Catholic baptismal records from 1816, Gronenbach, Bavaria. I'm sure I pronounced that incorrectly. On my second great grandmother, I speak German, but need help reading it. Any advice? I mean, there's different places where you can post stuff, but depending on how much you have, I mean, if it's a baptismal record, I imagine that it's something where you can just post it to some sort of a group where they have translators. Like I think there's even a Facebook group of genealogy translations. I've used Reddit's translator page, like there's an r/translate or something. And it just depends on how much you have. So if it's like if you have like 5-6 pages, then instead you may want to look into hiring a translator, because trying to find someone to volunteer to translate a lot of stuff can be difficult. And sometimes when you do find those people, they may not be as high quality as you could get. So in that case, one thing I could actually talk about is there's a company by a friend of mine. I'm going to pull it up. Oh yeah, there's Transcribus. You could always try that too, the AI stuff. But a genealogy friend of mine named Catherine Schober specializes in German genealogy. I guess I'll just. Oh, that's right. AP Gen has a new website. Okay, is this her? Yes, this is her website. So you could hire a professional translator like Catherine. So she runs a web, like she specializes in German script. And sometimes that can be really useful, especially when you're looking at someone who has genealogy experience, because a lot of times with records, the nuances of the record could hold a lot of information that a translator wouldn't really catch on to. But a genealogist might be like, well, this, it says here this, and that actually means this really significant thing that you may not have thought of otherwise. So if you have, if you've got money that you're willing to spend to get the best quality translation as well, I would suggest going a route like this. Catherine, another friend of mine that does stuff, Ute Brandenburg. Is she on the team? No, let me see. Let me see what Ute's website is. All right, well, I'll show her AP Gen. But so here you could do something similar. Go to AP Gen, find a genealogist, and see if you can find people who do translations. So yeah, German script experts. That's her site. So yeah. Oh, I just saw this pop up. Here is the genealogy, the GeneaVlogger Discord. Thank you, Blackberry Rose. So for those who want to join, be sure to join there. All right, let's keep going. Hello from Miami. Thank you for coming in, Montacute. We have Julia Joyce from Southampton, England. Thank you for joining, Julia. Montacute, My Heritage says coming soon for me. Carol Suniga, I called My Heritage, but they said in a few weeks, but not defined or not definite on the exact date when. Yeah, they've been very, very loose about the exact release date of everything. And I was actually surprised to hear all of a sudden today that people were getting results, because My Heritage usually is a company that will send a lot of like press release stuff out before that happens to some of the media people, because they like to have us, with content ready to go when they release it, because it helps them out. But I didn't hear anything about it. So it's like, I wonder what's going on. I don't know. That'd be kind of funny if it was actually an accident that the people that got it so far got it, but I could be wrong. But I imagine we'll see it a slow rollout, because I think they are trying to be very serious about it. And they're probably trying to get feedback so that they can fine tune things, or at least I would hope that's the case. Oh, Montague Torsten, is there a German genealogy group on Facebook? Other people, often people translate on these groups. Yeah, that's true too. Not just translation groups on Facebook, but Facebook has a lot of genealogy groups. For anyone not on Facebook, but you're like really into the genealogy stuff and especially collaboration, get on there. Okay. Oh yeah, Torsten Stephen is the name. Okay. Rob just came from the Amsterdam archives looking for some help finding info on ancestors' tax in 1585. Huh? Yeah, that one. I wonder. I wonder what records might be available, because the tax records I go through, if I'm not that far back, but 1600s, which is the closest thing for the Jewish community, but that's in the Jewish community records, which is inventory 334. And I doubt that, unless you have, Portuguese Jewish ancestry, which I don't think you do, but maybe you do, then maybe you can see in inventory 334, look for the Fintas records, and you can look through the Escamot books. But otherwise, I don't know. One thing I don't know, I mean, you probably know this pretty well already, but the notarial records, and especially since Amsterdam Archives has been using Transcribus for their database. Enrique de Andrade Reyes, hello, wonderful to have you. As always, I think from Brazil, if I remember correctly. And then Julia, my ethnicity estimate update says coming soon. Okay, let's kind of jump through here. Alan, Miss Schober has a free seminar. I think there's one more viewing opportunity on German names and script. Thank you. And we have one of our Twitch people, Super Mega Mon 62. And for those who don't know, I am streaming also on Twitch. So if you're on Twitch, definitely go and give me a follow. It helps me out. I'm trying to keep a presence on more than just YouTube. So yeah. All right. Well, I think don't need to use Wikitree actively to use their Discord. Just having an account linked to your Wikitree account is the only rule. Yeah. Okay. So, Time Guesser. For those who don't remember from the last time I played this, it's basically like GeoGuessr, except it's like different photos or images from various time periods. And you're supposed to guess not only the location, but about what year it is. So it's kind of fun because it does add that extra element, which plays into genealogy, history, that sort of stuff. So yeah. But as I play along, I'm going to keep an eye on chat. So definitely keep talking about the MyHeritage stuff. And if you have any questions genealogy-wise, be happy to answer them. Let's see, we have more concurrent viewers than people that have actually answered the poll. So I'm going to go ahead and end the poll there. So results are only 12% of people have received results out of a poll of 24. So what would that be? That's like 3 people. I think that's 3 people. So all right. 3 out of 24. Not too terrible, I guess. All right, so let's play. Okay, wow. I don't know what language that is. Just so Giovedi. Could be Italian, maybe. I don't know. The thing that's I'm trying to think where flooding has happened anytime recently. Or at least maybe not recently, but at least this has got to be within the past 20 years. Well, actually, I guess the way that the way everything is, I wonder if this is somewhere like Venice. I've never been to Venice, so I don't know if this is what it looks like. I've never like really learned enough about Venice to know exactly how it looks like. The best thing I've ever used to learn about Venice was probably when I played Assassin's Creed, and I think there was a place for Venice, but I don't remember. So, all right, so we're gonna go with Venice, I think. Yeah. Somewhere in there. All those canals. And definitely recently. I mean, I would think. I mean, it looks post 2000s. Actually, you know what's funny? Let me see if I can. Yeah, let's see. I was gonna try to see if I could figure it out using their glasses, their glasses types, because it looks like this guy either has transition lenses or he has an anti-reflective lens. Well, I guess those have been around for a while, but a transition lens is mostly a much more modern thing, like post 2000s, if that's what it is. Um, for those who don't know, transition lenses are those glasses where when you're inside, they're clear, but then you go outside and it turns into a sunglass, or at least partial sunglass. So, yeah. I guess, yeah, post 1996. I just saw what you said, Alan. Sweatshirt says 1998. I think it says 1996. Although it kind of looks like an 8 when zoomed out. So definitely post 1996. But I think it's gonna be somewhat more recently. I'm gonna go 2012. And I'll say here-ish. I don't know. I guess 7 years off, 2019. Oh, that is so close. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I saw Rob gave an update. No Jewish, unfortunately. Yes, the notary records are great, and Transcribus on the archive is fantastic. Next week, I'll post a link to the tax from 1585. It has the people address, their occupation, etc. Interesting. Yeah, definitely do that. Definitely do that. All right, let's go to the next round. Okay, so geez, that that almost looked like that looks like Tony Soprano, doesn't it? Like it kind of looked like Tony Soprano. All right, so obviously some sort of Eastern European. I don't think Russian. I mean, maybe Balkan. I don't know. That looks like Putin, like, or one of Putin's like secret whatever. Definitely seems. I want to say 1980s. It's either 1980s or the early 90s. Oh, is that Boris Yeltsin? Okay, yeah. uh my lack of this period of time history is showing, isn't it? So, okay. Let's see. Soviet Union. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder. All right, well, let's set the year. I'm going to go with 1980. Or well, I don't know. I saw Julia say 91, so I get the okay, 91, 92. Yeah, so yeah, see, this is when I was like a little kid. And when it comes to a lot of recent history stuff, like I actually don't look into it that much. So, all right, I'll leave it 91. And then I guess it could be Moscow. It's just, I don't know. So little to tell. It's not, it doesn't seem like any of the well-known buildings. I guess we'll just kind of click somewhere random in Moscow. I'll go there. Just go with it. Wow. Okay. That was some. Well, I mean, I guess just center of Moscow, not serious luck, but yeah. Wow. All right. Okay, well, this is definitely Molitsi. What is that? Molitsi? Molitsi. I don't know if I'm saying that right. This definitely looks 90s. She looks like a model or something. Oh wait. I want okay. Okay. I just noticed that. I just noticed that. Oh wait. Yeah, okay. Is that Moscow? Is that how you spell Moscow in no, that's not how you'd spell Moscow in Russian, I don't think. Moskivsky? Uh the way the what are these called? Because all I'm thinking of calling them is Oshkosh. What are these? Oh my gosh, why can't I think of what they're called? Why do I keep they're not suspenders? Oshkosh, bagosh. Um yeah, I'm hoping someone in chat will say uh no, not dungarees, overalls. That's the word I was looking for. Overalls. I was like, what is that? To me, that just screams 90s. Like her outfit screams 90s. Granted, the cars look a bit older, but I guess also Russia, I guess their cars would look different. So I don't know. To me, I want to go 94. And then I think we're basically going to be. Direction. Wrong side of the river. And then 3 years off. 3 years off. Okay. Okay. Now this looks like I mean, it feels very American, although part of me feels like it could also be possibly very Australian. Granted, the landscape doesn't seem Australian. The cars do seem kind of odd. I don't know. I feel like this is. I feel like this is like. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I feel like this is somewhere like Wyoming, North Dakota, like, or yeah, like kind of in the mountainy sort of areas. But I could be wrong. It definitely seems 80s, 90s to me. Um the cars, the way these guys are dressed. Trying to see if there's anything that might give anything else away. Let's see, what does the jacket say? I don't know. It almost looks like a Pokeball right there, doesn't it? How funny would it be if he's wearing like a Pokemon shirt or something? I don't think that's it though. I can't tell if it almost looks like that could be some sort of a landmass, but I'm not 100% sure. It might not be. So it's definitely somewhere here-ish. I think in the mountains sort of area. All right, I'm going to go with like outside of Billings. We're just going to click randomly. And then I'm going to go, I think this one's going to be in the 80s. We're going to go 1988, I think. So, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of you all saying Greenland and Iceland. You were just where I guess doesn't look like that at all. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess the other possibility too, it could be much more West Virginia because that kind of does look very Virginia, West Virginia area. Yeah, well, I keep seeing everyone talking about that volcano, but I don't know. Is that I it seems more like that's fog and stuff, and just like what you'd see with like a kind of cloudy day with mountains more than like volcanic ash or something. Oh yeah, the license plate. Let's take a look at that. That looks pretty American. I mean, I feel like most European ones are much thinner. I don't know if they have them on the front a lot or not, but I know in a lot of US states you don't have to have them in the front, like North Carolina you don't. And I don't see many with them on the front except for that one. I was just thinking one thing that might give it away if we find an air conditioning unit, that'll probably tell us it's probably the US. Because I was just thinking, wonder what that might be. So, wow, you all really think it's Iceland, huh? The red house is very Nordic coded, but the tree is not really a fit. Yeah, see, I mean, to me, like looking at how this is, the way that house is way back there, and then this stuff over, this reminds me so much of just driving through the mountainous areas in the US. So I mean, I get a real US vibe, but I also don't know what Iceland, like sort of a lot of that stuff might be. Yeah, okay, Carol. Yeah, Alaska's, I guess, a possibility too. I don't know anything about these types of trees. Uh, yeah, I mean, yeah, the cars, that's part of why I'm thinking it's US is the way the cars are, the way these guys are dressed reminds me very much of that sort of, but then again, it could also be fairly similar in Iceland or something. So, all right. I know that we're gonna have to see if everyone might be right. I could be wrong. Yeah, because I used to drive all the way to University of Pittsburgh from where I live in Raleigh when I used to go to school in Pitt, and I would drive basically up here, go through West Virginia. I'd always catch 52 at Beckley. Did they rename it? Is it now 19 or was it always 19 and I just messed it up and thought it was 52? Caught it up to 79, took that all the way up here, split at Morgantown, and then we go all the way up to Pittsburgh. So it does have that kind of West Virginia-y feel. So that's what I'm gonna go with. That kind of coal miner town thing, or yeah. Yeah, it could be Canadian too. Could be very Canadian. That's the hard part because Canadian license plates would be like that too. It's hard to tell. It seems like if that is a license plate, it might be green or black. That's hard to tell. It's so hard to tell. All right. I'm going to go with, I'm just going to go somewhere out here. There. I guess probably be up more in the thicker. No, that's probably right. All right. Let's go. All right. You all were right. You all were right. So it was in Iceland. And I'm trying to see, is this where Julia said 2010? You weren't right about the year. I was actually closer on the year. That would have been surprising, 2010, because that's like, those people would be way, way behind in their fashion and stuff. I don't know where that is. Yeah. All right. Okay. So yeah. So all of you who guessed Iceland, you were correct. Okay. Now this one, I'm guessing, is in Poznan, Poland, based on the sign. And this looks very 1960s. Very, very 1960s. Now I have to remember. There it is. See, look at Politechniki, Poznanski. Yeah, I guess 60s or 70s. It could be 60s or 70s. Now the question is, where in Poznan? It'd probably be somewhere. Are there any universities? I don't know. We'll just kind of go center. But then I'm gonna go 1970. 70. Yeah. I'm gonna go 1970. Because it is, I mean, it's right around, it's late 60s, early 70s, which I feel like that kind of fits together better than like the decade as the 60s and the decade as the 70s, because I feel like the beginning of the 60s were so different from the end of the 60s, and the beginning of the 70s were so different from the end of the 70s, but the beginning of the 70s and the end of the 60s were just so similar, mostly because of the Vietnam War, obviously. But all right, let's go with it. 4 years off, so it was 74. And then only 2 kilometers away. Not too bad. Not too bad. So final score 42,000, 42 out of 50, basically. So let's take a look at the breakdown. So yeah, that was that was the worst one. And then they had two of them here in Moscow, which is kind of funny. So, all right, yeah. Okay, yeah. So let's play again. Well, buy war bonds, UK. Now this looks, the question is this 19 teens or 1940s? I guess it would be 40s, wouldn't it? But it just doesn't feel 40. It feels a little older than 40s, doesn't it? Wedding ring, culture, signet, Schweppes ginger ale. So much going on. Goldsmiths. I feel like this would have been World War One, not World War II. I mean, obviously, buy war bonds, that limits us to a period. Okay. Sorry, I have an alarm set because today I have to end at a certain time because I got a bunch of stuff scheduled today, so I can't do what I accidentally do all the time and go through stuff. Okay. So yeah, I think you're about, well, I don't think you're right on the year, Julie. I think that is Piccadilly Circus. I don't know 100% for sure. Not Trafalgar Square. I don't know. Trafalgar Square looks very different. I was just there a year ago. I did a video about being there. but I think that is that Piccadilly. I think that's Piccadilly Circus. So, all right, let's go into London. Okay, so we're blah blah blah. I'm always turned around. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, because I think that's Piccadilly Circus. I think. That's like the turn. It'd be looking this way. Because that's what we're seeing, right? Like, am I wrong? Am I wrong? All right. I guess it could be looking down. Yeah, no, I guess wouldn't it? Ah, I guess it'd be looking down this way. Would it be? Because then that's what we're seeing. Okay, so not Piccadilly Circus. Yeah, too close to St. Paul's. The only problem is I don't know. I don't know St. Paul. I was hoping I'd just kind of stumble upon it, like, yeah, there it is. um, oh, St. Paul. Okay. So the way that it curves the street, I guess it would be like here-ish. So I guess it'd be like right here-ish. And then this time period wise, I mean, I really do. I don't know if this is it. I think that it is World War One. I think it's World War One. I mean, looking at that officer, I mean, some of these guys with these, I think this is World War One. So, but where? I'll just go 1916. Let's see. Okay, 1918, and it was the opposite side. So it was looking down. Okay, so it was closer than so that's the like curve thing. Interesting. Interesting. So it was 1918. Not too bad. Okay, now this Zentgraf Formanek Porcelain. I have to figure out where this is. I'm guessing Europe. Guessing Europe 1950s. Europe 1950s. Can't tell. Electrolux. Where's the land? I'm trying to see if I can tell what. You think Budapest, Alan, huh? San Francisco's 1950s. I don't think that's San Francisco. I don't I don't think San Francisco would have that. Then again, I don't know. I mean, it is San Francisco. There could have been people driving around with that sort of stuff on there. Grabbing. All right, well, let's take a. I think it's Hungary. Ah. Okay, yeah. I was like, wait a second. Why am I lost on this? So Graben, Einbank. All right, well, let's go. I'm going to say this is 1954. Actually, you know what? 1956. Yeah. Yeah, the cars look kind of 40s, but I mean, I imagine that's not too uncommon for a lot of time in the 50s because the dress looks much more 1950s to me than 1940s. I could be wrong, but I guess it just something about it just has a much more 1950s feel to me. Einbach. The number 8 bus. Wachaten. Zentgraf and Formenech is in Vienna. Oh, wait, you're looking this stuff. Oh, you can't. If you're looking, I should say, if anyone's looking stuff up, don't give it away to me. I mean, I will use help from chat, but if you're gonna look it up, don't give it away. Thank you, Alan. But yeah, if that's what you did, if it's not what you did, then that's awesome. But yeah, all right. Well, okay. I mean, that kind of gives it away. So let's see. Vienna. Now, that'd be crazy if I ended up zooming right in on whatever that is. Zentgraf and Formanek. Although I did see that thing that said Einbank or Einbank. Einbank and Bank. And Bank. Is that what? Yeah, it's a or no, that'd be a scary. I don't know. All right, we're just gonna click somewhere random in here. We're gonna go with it. 2 years off, not too far. Wow. Ah, okay. Einbahn. Ah, Bahn. Interesting. Okay. Well, druggist, Calcutta, sometime in the let's see, are there any websites? Because if there's well, since 2005, so we know it's post 2005. So the website thing don't need because already answered. So all right, let's see, Calcutta. I'm assuming that's what that is, unless actually, I guess that could be something else. Cal something. Sri Lanka. Eibenstrasse. Calcutta. Trying to see if there's any cities that have that like CAL. So Chocolate Wonder, 200 grams. Okay, that. Let's see. Let's. Wherever it is, I wonder if I get the feeling it might be a tourist area, but I could be wrong just because, I mean, this store seems to have a large amount of English. Okay, so okay, see, that's what I was thinking, but I wasn't 100% sure because I said Calcutta right from the beginning. But as soon as I saw it written like that, I was just like, I don't know if that, would they still spell it CAL or something? But that's why I was kind of thinking, because Calcutta is a big touristy place. And then, all right, time wise, now this part, look at the cars in the back. Well, we know it's post 2005. Anyone have a cell phone? Basically, see what gen phone do people have? Maybe tell how early or how late it could be. I mean, 2000. So post 2005. I'm just gonna go 2010 because this Jim Jam thing since 2005. I think that's what that's saying. I could be wrong. But since 2005. Oh, yeah, look, Mumbai, Nagpur, Kolkata. There we go. Since 2005. So maybe been around a while. So I'm going to say 2016. And then somewhere in Calcutta, we'll go up here-ish, I guess. Choose somewhere random. I mean, that looks, I don't know. Let's go here. Wow, look at how close I was. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess maybe it's not as close as I mean, it is within kind of general Calcutta, but still, like, I chose the north side of Calcutta, and 4 years off, it was 2020. And how funny. I was thinking of going to 2020 first, but then, all right. All right. So, not too shabby. 4 out of 5. Okay. Marienplatz. Oscar. So this is Germany, I think? Germany, Austria. What's the DE? That's Germany, right? I think that's got to be somewhere in Germany. Marienplatz. Oskong. Marienhof. Okay. I'm seeing Munich and I'm seeing Berlin. It's 100% Munich. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Königsplatz. This is an area that I really have not researched much. Like honestly, like when it comes geography wise of Europe, Germany, Poland, Czechia, Austria, Hungary, Slovenia, like a lot of this stuff I really have not researched much. Obviously, done a ton on the Netherlands, a little bit in Denmark, good amount throughout the UK, good amount in France, mostly Bordeaux, Bayonne sort of areas and stuff. But even so, it's just like, yeah, I know so little about all of that. Um, okay, so somewhere in here. Many cities have a Marienplatz. What does it mean exactly? All right, let's see for the year. I mean, this looks very modern. This looks obviously 2000s. This girl's on her smartphone. 2000s. I'm honestly going to say that I think this is pretty recently. I'm going to same guess as last time, 2016, I think. Was that what I guessed last time? Either way, I'll guess something like that. Okay, now where in here would it be? Somewhere like central, sort of right in the center of the city. I don't see Marienplatz. All right, we're gonna go with that right there-ish. Oh wait, no. Do we have a? Oh, what's it doing? I was gonna see if maybe it marked like different. Here we go. Max Weber plots. Basically looking for the. There we go. 8 years off, 93.6 meters. Ah, Maria's Square. Okay. That makes sense. Plots Square. So, okay. So it's this, I guess, is this like a train station? New Town Hall or. Yeah. So there you go. Not too shabby. And now the last one. Okay, this is this is pretty cool. A bunch of pigeons. This is definitely well, I guess maybe I shouldn't say definitely, but it seems like London, especially with the pigeons, but I don't know. This seems okay, I'm guessing late 19th century, maybe early 1900s, like latest 1910s. Looks like a pigeon courier race. Huh. How funny. Look at those mustaches. So, Prague 1919, you think? Peacetime white pigeons. Huh? So I'm trying to see if I can tell what it is behind them, but I don't know European buildings like that well enough. And then I don't know. This looks best I can describe it European Romanesque sort of. But I don't know. So I mean, I would basically think places, areas that would have been more like Roman Europe than Germanic Europe. But I could be wrong. I could be really wrong. Look, Central European, so Prague could be a contender. Yeah, whatever it is, it definitely seems like a big whatever, a big city, a big whatever. Stuff behind it, see if anything kind of sticks out. All right, well, time-wise, I'm going to go 1899. Oh, wait, never mind. It only goes back to 1900. So I'm just going to go 1900 then. And as for where, I mean, basically, it's going to be a big city. I just wish I could tell. Crazy. See if there's anything that might give something away. I like how this guy's pigeon isn't even there. Like, this guy's just like, no pigeon. This guy can't control his. This guy has no pigeon. This guy can't control his. And then this guy's just bawling out like, check it out. I've got complete control. You know what? I mean, I don't know. This guy looks like he's Graham Stephan's grandfather or something. Graham Stephan's great grandfather. Yeah, the question is the building behind. And I just can't tell. I mean, obviously it's some sort of a major square monument sort of thing. Yeah, flying lions. I don't know what that can, and then like whatever that is, that sort of flourishing makes it seem kind of Italian. I want to say I'm gonna go with kind of an area that's kind of right between like areas of Rome and like Roman areas and German. But I honestly don't know them that well either. All right, you know what? I think I'm just gonna go with Prague. Choose one of these like main buildings. All right, we'll go with this. Somewhere over here. Make guess. 11 years off. It was Italy. Wow, it was Venice. Interesting. We were all, I don't know if I saw anybody guessing Italy or Venice. Wow, we were the most off on that one. Time-wise, pretty close, obviously. Good thing I didn't have the 1890 whatever option. But yeah, I kind of want to see, did anybody guess Italy or Venice? I don't think I saw that. We were all wrong. We were all off. So, hey, Brian, good to see you dropping in. I'm actually going to be ending soon, so good timing. But yeah, yeah, Venice. Wow, yeah, that one was tough. That was tough. I will say, I am so happy that I think it was Maven who told us about this game. Maven, if you're in chat, say something if it was you, because I'm sure you would remember if it was. But this is a great game, I think, for people with this genealogy mindset, because we are constantly thinking of time and geography and the combination of both. And so that really does add up here. So that's, yeah. Yeah, I've tried GeoGuessr before, but this is fun. Need to try this. And the other great thing is this one's free in GeoGuessr now. They don't even have a free version. For a long time, they had a free version. And then last I went on there, it was like you had to pay for a membership to play. And it's like, I don't know, it's not worth it to me. Yeah, great fun. Someone said Florence or Milan. Oh, I must have missed that. Florence is, I mean, Florence is not super, super close, but well, closer than I was, but just kind of that different area. It's in the Tuscany region, whereas up here in the Veneto region, I think it is. Is that it? Oh yeah, Veneto right there. Is that right though? Am I right? Yeah. So. Okay. Retta, hi from Kansas. Also very late. Had to watch Cold Case first. Old reruns still good. Well, glad you're jumping in here. I'm going to be ending this soon. Okay, Mr. Joe CC 78. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it the best way, but you wrote Florence or Milan. So yeah, you were the closest out of everyone, really. Florence, I think, being a little bit closer than Milan, but way closer than Prague. But I knew I had that feeling that it was a Roman area versus a German area because of that sort of Romans like bust head thing. I forgot what they're called. Arrivederci, si vediamo al prossimo live streaming. I have no clue what you said, but thank you. I think you said you said goodbye. Bye. Sorry, but I think I got that wrong. I don't know. Yeah, time guesser much better. Helps train mind for clothing, architecture, cars, and vibe for assessing time period. Yeah. Yeah, Karma, you were pretty close. 1910, you were only a year off. So yeah, the mustaches are very Italian, but I was also thinking the mustaches remind me very much of like German, Austrian sort of style of like, that mustache. I always kind of associated it with that, but I don't know. So, all right. Well, this was a bunch of fun. I'm glad I chose to do this today. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be doing a long stream. I know a lot of streams I usually go for 2 hours. This one I'm ending now because I got a bunch of stuff I got to do today. Next week, I'll be back to answering questions and stuff on the reaction channel. But then the week after that, what I think I'll be doing is I'll be reviewing my heritage results. And to do that, we're going to figure out the exact way to do it. But we're probably going to have a thing on Reddit that's like a mega thread where everybody's going to post their MyHeritage results. And basically what I hope for is when people post that, they'll post 3 things. They'll post the breakdown of their new results, the breakdown of the results before the update, and then a breakdown of about what you'd expect based on your known ancestry. So we're going to come up with, I think, some sort of format to make it easy for people to figure out how to put that up, because I know it's kind of weird to do, but I think that's going to be a fun way to kind of look at a lot of these new results as they start to roll out, because not everyone has them yet, obviously, as we saw from that poll I ran earlier. But yeah, so with all of that, thank you everybody for joining me today. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day or rest of your weekend for those where it's early morning, like many of you in parts of Europe. I guess, yeah, really Eastern Europe. Oh, yeah, there's my alarm of make sure you end the stream now. So thank you, everybody. Wonderful to have you as always, and I will see you on the stream next week. I am Jarrett Ross, a GeneaVlogger.